Genius talk show host Glenn Beck is going to explain to us what the case really should be with Indiana's new anti-gay law. Let's watch.
You don't have a right to discriminate against gay people. Sell them a cupcake. Sell them flowers. Sell them a cake. When they ask you, will you make the flowers for my wedding, and you're religious, this is the key here. You actually have to be religious. You can't just be somebody like, I hate them gays, so I'm not going to do it. No, tell me a little about your religion, because this is not a right to discriminate. This is a right that you have to protect your sensibility. You're a conscientious objector.
And that's exactly right, because we used to noodle it out individually on those grounds.
Correct. For instance, I can't say, if I'm drafted, I can't say, hey, I can't go because I'm a conscientious objector. Are you a Quaker? Nope. Get your ass in a uniform and get on the battlefield. If I'm a Quaker, yes, then I
have a case.
Then I have a case.
Yeah.
So if I go to, what was it, Presbyterian USA, the one that is
right, the one that was in the news recently for approving gay marriage.
Gay marriage, okay. So if I go to that church, I can't say, well, I'm a member of the Presbyterian USA Church, and so I really can't make your wedding cake. Sorry, dude, you're making the wedding cake because what you say, you belong to this church. They happen to agree with it. Your religious sensibilities. So show me about how you're living your life in your church. If you're living your faith, well, then I can't say anything about it because it's your religious right.
And by the way,
and gay people have to get over it. And anybody else who might be bigoted and you own a bakery, I don't want to sell anybody them cookies. Well, dude, you have to. And that's just the way it is. You need to get over it. And we can all live together in peace and harmony.
I love how he thinks he's being moderate there. Like he thinks he's being more liberal and more reasonable. I'm not with the hardliners who say, fuck gay people and I'm not religious. You can only say fuck gay people if you're religious. I'm so reasonable. Look at me. No, Glenn. No, that's not reasonable. That makes no sense. See, this is the amazing thing. As they accuse gay people of asking for special treatment under the law, who's really getting the special treatment under the law? Religions, especially Christianity. I mean, the special treatment for religion, really when it boils down to it, it's unconstitutional because it's violating equal protection under the law. So think about it in this context. We've spoken about this before, but I think it illustrates it well. I remember when I was working at a car dealership, somebody went to the boss and said, because of my religion, I can't work Saturdays. Now, Saturdays in the car business, for those of you who know anything about it, that's like your main day. Like, that's the day you always work Saturdays. You usually get off a Sunday and one of the other days during the week. It varies depending on who you're talking about. People pick different days. But pretty much everybody works Saturday. But somebody said, no, because of my religion, I can't work Saturday. The dealership had to say, okay, we have to abide by it or else we're doing religious discrimination. So you can take off. Now, meanwhile, if I went up to the bosses and I said, all right, look, I'm going to level with you guys. Honestly, I'm not a religious person, but I have a deeply held secular belief that I need to rest 3 days a week. So, and that really is a deeply held belief. You guys know I've spoken about it before. I believe in a 4-day work week as the norm. It's a little different for me now because I'm doing what I love, so I feel like I could work more at it. But when you're doing something you don't like, I think everybody should only have to work 4 days a week if it's something that they really don't like. So, and that's a deeply held belief, right? But it's held on secular grounds. So if I had said to them, look, I need that day to rest. What I do on that day is I go and get a massage. I go sit in a sauna. I watch some movies. I have a few drinks. And I woosah, I let it all out. You know what their response would be? That's hilarious. We'll see you on Saturday, Kyle. So wait, do you not realize how obvious it is that there's a violation of equal protection under the law? So you get special treatment if you just say the magic word, religion. It's my religion. But if you're honest and you say, look, it's a secular belief, but I really believe this, then nope, can't have it. Or how about, here's another example. Who do you think is more philosophically opposed to war? Me or some random evangelical Christian in the middle of Arkansas, right? But if they were to say, well, I have a religious objection to war, so therefore, about half of my tax money, I'm not going to pay it because I don't want to pay for war. It violates my religion. There was a case like that recently. It actually advanced in the courts. It eventually lost, but it advanced in the courts. They were like, interesting point. Maybe that does make sense. Yes, let this advance. If somebody like myself, who has a deeply held philosophical belief against offensive wars, which we do all the time, if I say I don't want to pay half my taxes because of war, what'll the response be from day one? That's hilarious. Pay your fucking taxes and shut the fuck up. So if you're secular and you have a deeply held belief, it's irrelevant. It doesn't count. Shut the fuck up. But if you just say the magic word religion, now it's a serious issue. We'll take you seriously. You said the magic word religion, so you got special rights under law. So everything they say about gay people, the gay people, they want homosexual supremacy, as Brian Fisher said earlier. They want special rights. No. You know who wants the special rights? You do. The Christians do. That's who wants special rights. And, of course, the main point here is, if you're going to start going down that road, Glenn, why stop there? Like, he makes it seem like it's this brilliant idea that he just came up with, that, no, if you're really religious, then it's okay to discriminate against gay people. Well, number one, it's not. You didn't just come up with that. A lot of people believe that. Number two, why stop there? If you truly believe that the principle at work here is that you sincerely believe it from a religious perspective, then you should be allowed to not serve black people if you're religious and you believe the parts of the Bible that advocate slavery, that advocate a ban on interracial marriage, and that advocate other racist ideas. And it's in there. We've quoted them before to you. It's in there. So if you have a sincerely held religious belief that blacks are inferior and they need to know their goddamn place and I'm going to segregate my restaurant, why shouldn't you be allowed to do it? According to Glenn Beck's reasoning, you should be allowed to do it.